Respected Principal Ma'am, Headmaster, parents and guests, a very warm good afternoon to one and all. With immense pleasure on behalf of DPS Monarch Primary Team, I, Amrita Patwadhan, would like to welcome all our dear parents and guests who have joined us today for our virtual open house meet. We will always cherish your partnership and collaboration in all our endeavors of our lives. And we treasure your love and concerns towards this institution, which is our second home. As we are moving ahead to the year 2022-23, we would like to give you an elaborate view of our carefully engineered academic curriculum, teaching technology, assessment structure, co-curricular activities, and the overall plan for a vibrant, compassionate, and connected learning experience for our students in this session today. As you can see, the flow of the event for today, first, we will have a brief introduction and overview of the school along with admission process by our school principal, followed by curriculum overview by our headmaster. And last, we will be having a question and answer session. Before we start the session, I request all to keep your microphones on mute for smooth conduct of the session. At the end of the orientation, we will be having a question and answer session where your concerns and queries will be answered, or you may share your concerns in the comment box. A leader is the one who lights the path to the impossible and takes those who follow to great heights. We are privileged to have leaders who ensure that the learning process in our school takes place in a joyful, safe, and caring environment. Their guidance and encouragement have helped the students to meet their full potential and develop their skills to be successful in their rapidly changing world. I would like to invite our very dynamic leader, who is the guiding light of our school principal, Ms. Meenal Bakshi ma'am, who is our constant source of motivation, our wings of light, and our pillar of strength. Please help me welcome her with a round of applause. Ma'am, request you to address the gathering.
Thank you, Ms. Amrita Patwadhan. Actually, there was no need to give such a flowery introduction about myself, because we are a team of teachers and other employees who work together towards achieving the same goal. Nevertheless, a very good afternoon to parents and children. And I can see a lot of children also, those who have attended today's session. So it feels happy to see that children are equally eager to know about the new school which they are planning to go in. So it gives me a great pleasure to welcome you to DPS Monarch International School on this virtual open platform. Usually open days are organized, and this is a wonderful opportunity for parents to come and witness the school infrastructure, to meet academic team, and to find out about the new school. But unfortunately, due to COVID safety restrictions, we are unable to do so, and we are not allowed to cater to big gathering. But again, the technology has helped us to do it virtually. So parents today has been especially designed for all of you to see at first hand what we as a school are about. Though it's a virtual orientation, but again, it's a chance for you all to sample DPS Monarch as a community, as a family, and above all, the teaching and learning at our school, which is known as a center with high expectations, high standards, and high achievements. So in my presentation, I'll be telling you about us as a school, what we do, what we believe in, and what are our values. And above all else, I just would like to mention that we are about children and young people, their learning, their needs, and even their problems. We are about the whole child. So we are a school which is child-centered, and so all our efforts. Our work and our endeavors revolve around the achievement of each student's potential academically, socially, and emotionally. So I would be sharing a a quick presentation to take you through about our school environment. Let me welcome you all once again. Moving further, I'd like to introduce the DPS Family Visionary Leadership Team, the management of the school. We have Mr. Hassan Chogle. He's the president of this school. We have Ms. Aisha Mohammed. She's the school patron. And we have a team of very diverse and talented team of directors, those who help us to operate this school successfully. Apart from that, we do have an academic leadership team, which is headed by Mr. Sujit Kumar, kindergarten and primary. We do have an activity coordinator for primary years, Mr. Surendra Kumar Thapa. We have a team of 3 talented and qualified experienced coordinators, those who look after different grade levels. Ms. Sonia Kakkar, she is the academic coordinator for grade 1. Ms. Maya Rajesh, she is the academic coordinator for grade 2. And Ms. Harsha Bhatia, she looks after grade 3 to 5. So this is the academic leadership team. And under their guidance, there is a experienced and qualified team of teachers, those who work and take care of your children and teach them in the school. First of all, in my presentation, I would like to pay attention on our school mission, because as a parent, it's very important for you to know your child, where the child will be studying, what is the school's mission, what is basically school is focusing on. So if you see, DPS Monarch International School ensures that students add value to their community and make the world a better place to live. So these are not idealistic wordings which we have put in our mission. We really try to achieve this outcome by adding a lot of value added programs in our curriculum, which you will be witnessing in other slides of my presentation, and other things would be explained to you in detailed manner by Mr. Sujit when he will be doing the curriculum overview. Moving further, our school vision focuses on child-centric education, which is value-based and technology-driven. Value-based means where we try to incorporate life skills, the values which are very important for children to have within them. So our activities, events, even the way we plan out our curriculum, the lesson plans, everything is designed in such a way that we can add a lot of value to child's education. And apart from that, because the technology has become very important part of our life in every sense, so we try to integrate technology into our curriculum so that we can enhance the teaching and learning process for the students. And that's how we try to make the entire education experience for children, which is child-centric, where whatever we are designing or preparing for children, the focus is on certain learning objectives for the children. Moving further, would like to read our school motto for you, which says education with the difference, where no child left behind. We focus on every individual's potential, where we try to cater to the need of each and every child in the class by maintaining a very, very balanced strength in a class, which is maximum up to 30 students in a classroom, so that teachers can pay individual attention on the students. And as we know, every child is unique and they have their own experiences and talents. So we want every child to flourish and bring out the best. That's why our school motto says, no child left behind. Moving further, talking about curriculum, our school is fully affiliated from Central Board of Secondary Education, CBSE India, from kindergarten to grade 12. So school is fully functional under the guidance of CBSE. Now, would like to draw your attention on our school infrastructure. So our school has a very, very advanced infrastructure in terms of having big classroom. As I just mentioned that we cater to only 30 students per class. Our classrooms are big enough to cater more than 30 students actually. But again, we want children to get enough space to move around and to feel comfortable. So that's why our big classrooms cater to only 30 students per class. We do have smart boards where we have fixed interactive panels in every class for a student to learn in the better way. teachers are fully trained how to use those interactive panels so that they can effectively use the technology to enhance the teaching in the class. And we do have a locker and cubby holds facility for students to keep their stuff. They do not need to carry everything home, and they do not need to bring every stuff to school, because we want them to carry lighter bags. So the focus is not carrying heavy bags and to pressurize the children. Rather, we want to equip them with everything, and everything is easily available in the school with them. We do have a multi-purpose hall which is used for various activities in the school. We do have indoor play area, outdoor play area. So as per the weather conditions, we make the use of them. We have first aid facility where the certified nurses are on board with us all the time. We do have a very a good transport facility where the children are accompanied by female bus conductor, and teachers are also traveling in the same buses so that we can maintain the safety and security of the children. Now, I would be talking about what kind of learning takes place in DPS Monarch. So I just would like to focus on 4 aspects here, which are our unique teaching and learning areas. As I say that we have integrated technology into our curriculum. So technology integrated learning takes place in our school, where children have been given iPads. They bring those iPads to school, and the use of iPad is to utilize them for digital assessments, e-books, e-resources. So even if children do not have the hard copy of the book, they do have the access to e-books. And I'm sure parents would be thinking that how do we make sure that children are not misusing these devices? So let me tell you, all the activities which are designed where children are supposed to use iPads in the class are supervised. Teachers instruct them to take out their iPads from their iPad stations, and then we do not allow children to carry those iPads back home, because we want children to use these devices in the presence of teacher, where teacher takes the responsibility to enhance the teaching and learning by using these devices. So basically, teachers are taking the responsibility in the school. We do not make parents responsible to take care of these devices. So for that, we have given internet facility. We have given the locker electronic charging facility for iPads to be charged, so that children do have an access during school hours to those iPads. Then digital assessment is there, which would be explained to you by head of primary in detail. We do have digital resources for children where they have been given access to e-library for different kind of books which are available at Kindle. And then apart from that, we have subscribed to an app which is called Pearson Active Learning app. So children do have an access to a lot of digital resources to help them to understand the topics better in all the subjects. Then our focus on learning is mostly based on research-based study, where we are focusing on project-based learning, how to integrate different subjects into real life, what is the use of learning different concepts, and how children can connect those topics to the real life. So all these things would be explained to you in detail in the next presentation. What I would like to focus on here is the learning at DPS Monarch is not based on rote learning. Rather, we focus on life skills, making sure that children are updated and upgraded with the happening trends in the field of education. Moving further, would like to inform you about certain programs which we are running in our school, which makes our school very unique from other schools. So there is a FITGI program, Mentoring Young Minds. There is a Cisco Integrated ICT curriculum, Design Thinking program. We do have weekly hobby clubs for children, and there's a wide range of subjects offered in secondary school. I know the parents are here from primary school, but again, once you choose the school for your child, definitely you need to know what is the future of your child in that school. That is why you need to have certain information in advance so that you can make a right choice of the school for your child. So this is our FITGI program, where we have launched integrated school programs at different levels, and it starts from grade 6. So parents, those who are admitting their children in grade 4 and 5, from grade 6, their children can be enrolled for this program. And then we do have a special program called Mentoring Young Minds, where we help children to contribute to community. So basically this particular program revolves around the community service, where children would be given opportunities and platforms to do something for the community, so that by default they can also have certain life skills which are important. So just by scoring good marks, the children cannot succeed in their life. They need to learn a lot of other skills. They need to understand the community where they are living. How can they give it back to certain things to that community? So this is called a kind of self-awareness program for them to understand how privileged they are and how, being a privileged child, they can contribute to the society. Then we have Cisco Integrated ICT curriculum, as we believe that children need to be updated and upgraded all the time. So just by offering CBSE ICT curriculum, we cannot make sure that children are getting the right exposure, because technology is changing every day. So how do we make sure that children are studying a very, very well updated curriculum? So that is why we have integrated Cisco Academy into our curriculum, where children have been given opportunities to go for certain higher level courses, apart from studying the prescribed CBSE ICT curriculum. And it's compulsory for every child to go for Cisco Academy, which is, for that parents do not need to pay anything extra to school. So you can see that PCAP programming, which is essential in Python, is offered to students. For lower primary students to higher secondary, we are offering certain certifications which are certified from Cisco. And I'm sure you all are aware that Cisco is a very big company and very famous in the field of IT. And it's not only about ICT curriculum, the kind of programs children would be learning in this academy that will increase their reasoning and evaluating skills as well, because the kind of programs they would be learning, and they would be talking about like things of internet, they would be talking about artificial intelligence, cyber security, that will definitely increase their knowledge horizon as well. Then I come to this design thinking part, where we are coming up with robotics and artificial intelligence lab, and that would be completely optional for students, those who are more inclined towards technology, those who really want to do something in the field of robotics and AI. Those children will be given an opportunity to join this club, which is called design thinking. And now I would be talking about admission process. I had given you a brief idea about our value-added initiatives, which makes the learning experience very, very unique and fruitful for your child at our school. So now the next step is, if you would like to go ahead with the admission process, there are 4 steps. You may fill the inquiry form, which is available at our school website. And the step 2 is you can register your child, and there's a very nominal fee of 200 riyals to get your child registered. Once your child is registered, admission counselor will get in touch with you to proceed further, and your child would be asked to go for entrance test. And once the entrance test is clear, there would be a confirmation from the school to proceed further. So if you would like to take any information, you would like to discuss anything, you want to come to visit the school, you can always contact Miss Wasima, and the email ID is admission@misdoha.com. And apart from that, if you go through our website, each and everything is mentioned very clearly. You will get a lot of information for your reference. Apart from that, you can always contact us through phone calls and get the detailed information as per your requirement. And after this presentation, there would be an email coming to you where we would be mentioning about the entire admission process as well. Moving further, I would like to share, we are very much on social media platforms. So we do have a school website, www.misdoha.com. Then we do run a school YouTube channel where you will see different kind of videos, and you can get an idea what kind of programs, events, activities have been conducted so far. We do have a social, school Facebook page Instagram page and LinkedIn page, where time to time we update all the events, whatever is happening in the school, so that parents are always connected and updated about the school and they know what's happening in their children's school. Then apart from that, we do share a school monthly newsletter, which is known as Monarch Bulletin. So whatever happens in the particular month, whether it's in kindergarten, primary or secondary, we do update parents every month, whether it's a co-curricular activity, it's about examination, if we have invited any guest speaker, any kind of a special day is happening in school. So every month you will come to know what's happening in your child's school. So these newsletters are also published in our website under publications section. We do issue our school yearbook also, which is commonly known as a school magazine, where you can see the glimpses of all kind of events and activities which have been performed by our students so far. So why do we do a lot of publications? So that parents are always connected with us, especially for working parents where they do not have much time to come to school and talk to the teachers all the time. Somehow we want them to be updated about the school. So that's why we encourage all the parents to follow us on these social media handles. Now I would like to come to an end of my presentation because we want to give you detailed information about curriculum overview. So before I stop, I would like to mention here that at DPS Monarch, we feel that parents are equal partners with the school. We cannot be successful to provide a better learning environment for your students until the parents are not partner with us in their children's education. So that is why we do organize a lot of PTMs. We do have PT also in a school, and time to time we do organize a lot of activities for parents as well. So they feel connected with the school, and together as a team, we try to create the best learning environment for your child, because it's a shared responsibility, and we want to achieve and celebrate their success together as a school and parent. So now in the next presentation, you will definitely see how we are implementing our curriculum, and the other kind of details also you will be getting. So let's work together, and I'll be back after some time to take up your queries at the end of this session. If you have any queries in your mind, you can put it in the chat box and we would be answering your queries. Thank you so much, and over to Ms. Amruta.
Okay. We will be having a small choir presentation. So I would like to, Purnima ma'am, to please connect us to the choir presentation. Thank you. Thank you, Purnima ma'am, for sharing that slide. Before we go ahead, I would like to thank Principal ma'am as well for sharing your deep insight, and I'm sure our parents have gained clarity through it. Outstanding leaders are an amalgamation of practical skills and a well-developed sensitivity to the feeling of others. I would like to invite one such leader who has been instrumental in our school's journey, our headmaster of the kindergarten and primary wing, Mr. Sujit Kumar. His endless support, guidance, motivation, and positive approach has a great impact in molding ourselves for the integral dimensions of growth of this institution. Welcome, sir. The screen is all yours.
Thank you, Ms. Amrita.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Good afternoon, everyone. Firstly, I would like to welcome all the aspiring parents who has joined here virtually and shown immense interest in our school. I'm very sure that now we have got a complete overview of the school. So you know what we are. Now it's time for you to know what we offer. So mainly to begin, we at DPS focus on the holistic development of every child. And we focus on the overall development of the child. So when it comes to curriculum and co-curricular activities, we give equal importance to the curriculum as well as the co-curriculum. I mean to say the activities and the curriculum of what we offer to all the students. We make sure that every child is given utmost importance. That's what, as our principal ma'am was telling, that our school is a child-centric school. Apart from all these, what I say, we focus mainly on the 7 key learning areas. Yes, of course, you would be asking me about the subjects, but what we gain from these subjects are these 7 key learning areas. That is communication and language skills, reading and writing, physical development, personal, social, and emotional development, which is very important for every individual, mathematics, understanding the world around you, and expressive arts and designs. To have these outcomes of these 7 key learning outcomes, what we have to do? Yes, we offer subjects. So in my next slide, what I can say about subjects is the curriculum, what we offer. So this communication and language skills, what I was speaking about, mainly we gain through the subject English and the second languages and third languages. You can see the wide range of languages what we offer. That is second language, we offer French, Hindi, Malayalam, Tamil, Arabic, and Kannada. So as when it comes to third language, which starts from grade 3, we offer almost 10 different languages, starting French, Hindi, Malayalam, Tamil, Arabic, Kannada, Marathi, Telugu, Sanskrit, Urdu. And also, as per the CBSE prescription, we always offer mathematics and English, followed with the informations and the communication technology, that is ICT. Apart from all these, when I spoke about the 7 layers, the one important layer is to know around us. Of course, to know around us, we offer this Qatar history, which is the integral part as being expatriate in the Qatar. It's very important that we know about the Qatar. So Qatar history we offer, and also for the Islamic students, we offer Islamic studies, and the non-Islamic students, we offer the moral science, physical education, art, music, and dance. So all these, as per CBSE guidelines, we offer these core subjects and the co-curricular subjects for every individual students. Apart from this, what do we learn? What is the learning at DPS Monarch International School? So that you will see in my next slide. So learning at Monarch. To begin with, it's a technology integrated assessment. Of course, yes, what you see in all the schools, or it could be as per CBSE, is we have term-based examination, term-wise examination. But here at DPS, we follow the technology integrated assessments. I'll be telling you in detail about this, but followed with the project-based learning, art integration, exclusive reading program, academic support classes, and Cisco integrated ICT curriculum and benchmark assessments. Now it's time that you know each and every part of these learning at outcomes. To begin with, the first one is a technology integrated assessments. Yes, parents, what I spoke about technology integrated assessments is our monthly progress review. So we make sure that we send the report or review of every individual child monthly to all the parents. And how we do this observation? It is based on the child's performance in the concept recap. So after every concept, we make sure that there is a concept recapitulation assessment, that we say it as concept recap, taken in the form of digital. So result will showcase if the child has the following descriptors. Let me read out the descriptors for you. It is accomplished skills as AS, which makes sure when you see the report and if you have AS, it's understood that the child has understood the concept clearly. That means marked as AS. ES is the established skills, where the child is in the urge, but not completely knowing this concept. Developing skills is where the child still needs or still is in the compact of learning these skills or learning the concept. But where we have to focus is when we have NS, that's need support. Now it is up to the teacher's responsibility or the school's responsibility to go back to that concept and teach that individual child where the child is lacking behind this NS. Now you should understand, so this assessment or this format of assessment or the monthly progress review is mainly to eradicate the learning gap of every individual. So this is how we give importance to every concept taught for every subject. Now, this monthly progress review is not just for one subject, but we give for all the subjects for parents to know where exactly their child stands after the end of the month, where almost 2 to 3 concepts starts in a month. So this is something of most, I can say, appropriate individual tool which will be sent to parents to know the learning gaps or to remove the learning gaps of every child. In my next slide, to continue with the learning at Monarch, in my next slide, I'll be speaking about IDPs. Apart from these projects, what we give, so interdisciplinary project, it's a very different way of learning experience that provides the students with the opportunity to synthesize knowledge from various areas of learning. So what we do here is we integrate all subjects under one topic, and that student will be representing as a project, where one individual project will be presented by a student where all the subjects are integrated. For example, you take sources of energy, which seems to be like a social science topic, but science will be integrated in that, where math will be integrated, the subject English will be integrated. So what we make sure is all the subjects are integrated under one topic. So why we do this? Of course, it's an approach of curriculum integration that generates an understanding of teams and ideas that come across for the students, and also the connection between different disciplines of their relations to the real world. So this makes students individually learn this topics when relating to all the subjects. So this is all about the interdisciplinary projects, where the subjects are integrated under one roof, under one topic as a single project. Moving ahead with the art integration in my next slide. Art integration. Of course, you can see we have uploaded along with the notice that we have received from the CBSE. Art integration, as prescribed by the CBSE, must be integrated with every subject. So what is art integration? So this subject, any subject or any topic is taught with the integration of art in it. So if you ask me, art is always with the paper or the Caesar the child goes with? No, art education includes music, dance, and of course the art and crafts. So why is this integrated in all the subjects? So art is integrated in all the subjects to improve the reflection, critical thinking, creativity of the child, initiation of the child, and the self-direction of the child, and most importantly, the 21st century skills of the child. So here the child will be able to explore his own skill, his own interest, his own area of interest through the art integration. With the inclusion of NEP in future years to come, this plays a very important role. Art integration plays a very important role. Okay, so moving up next, In my next slide, you see about the reading program, what we focus apart from this English or the ASL activities, we focus on the reading program. So in reading program, we have slow reading, silent reading, individual reading, group reading, and loud reading. So these are the many ways where we emphasize the children to have a habit of reading. So this program goals is to give children the best possible start to their outset of their learning career, to provide lifelong learning skills. When they read, they learn much better, and to give parents the confidence and skills to work with their child after this program. So to provide children with the conceptual skills needed to develop reading fluency and comprehension. So definitely this will enhance the child's reading as well as comprehension and the vocabulary skills of every child. So this reading program, for example, could be a novel. So what we do is make one child come front, speak it aloud, read it aloud in front of the whole class. It's apart different from where the child takes out a textbook and read, but when it is a novel when the child reads, or a story when a child reads, the child is also with the interest will read, and also the listeners will be very interested to know what is the moral of the story. So here what I can say is this enhances many skills, could be public speaking, or now the child what is speaking in front of 30 students later would be able to address the gathering in the hall. So this is something very important reading program which we practice in DPS Monarch International School. Apart from reading program, there are certain other things what we see. In my next slide, you will see the academic support. So we say, of course, we offer all these. What if those students are not able to cope up? You said definitely the support classes, academic support classes are designed to such that it moves away, takes away all the learning gaps and helps students to catch up with their peers. So there is no comparison with their peers, with their fellow classmates saying that he has scored certain good marks and we are lagging behind. No. So this support classes will definitely help all the children. So that's why we say we are child-centric. So we focus on every children, and definitely with the parents being as partners, we make sure that these classes are given for your children. So pull out the sessions and conducted by teachers to focus on some good areas, great areas like reading and mathematics. These sessions are open to all students, including the SEN, the special students, special children. This will definitely enhance the subject knowledge and for better understanding of the concepts. Okay, so up next, after the support classes, we have the Cisco integration in our ICT curriculum, where I'm very proud to say that DPS Monarch School is the first school which has integrated Cisco or tied up with Cisco with the ICT curriculum. So this at DPS, I can say the first school, as I said, is a membership agreement to incorporate the customized topics from Cisco to all students. At the school, as a school, we believe that we have to give a curriculum which benefits the student for the exposure to add in their portfolios. This collaboration with the leading IT company to fulfill the same. So this is about Cisco, and already I think as in the ma'am's presentation, principal ma'am's presentation, she already spoke about Cisco. So I think you have got a clear picture now how we integrate Cisco in our ICT curriculum. Up next, in my next slide, there are some of the benchmark assessments what we do apart from the regular assessment or monthly review, progressive review assessments. We have this SOF, NOF, and Spell Bee. So these are the international based Olympiads which your child can be part of, and it gives them a better idea about their potential. It helps them to improve their analytical skills. Students can identify and work on their weakness. So this is where, when apart from this curriculum, apart from the assessments what they face in the school, when they go out to this worldly life and compete with the rest of the school, rest of the students around the school, they get to know exactly where they stand. So this helps, these Olympiads help the students, to have a deeper understanding of any facts, any concepts, and of course the analytical skills. So we always make sure that we promote students for the benchmarking assessments like SOF, NOF, and Spell Bee. Up next, after the benchmark assessment, you would be definitely asking about what assessment we follow in school. So as per CBSE, we follow the same model of examination. But let me tell you, for grade 1 to 4, we do not have any formal examination. Let me repeat, parents. There are no formal examinations for grade 1 to 4. Reports card are based on the continuous assessment done throughout the year. Yes, of course, what do we have for grade 1 to 4? You can see in the statistics, we have periodic test 1 and 2, which is 50% each. And we have the subject enrichment and the class observation. So we do not pressurize the students saying there is a first term examination at the end of first term or the final term examination second term. No, we don't have that. We have just 2 periodic tests, which is done in term 1 as well as term 2. So we have altogether in one academic year, we will be giving the 4 periodic tests, which is out of 30 or 40 marks. And of course, the subject enrichment, if you ask, what does it based on? It is based on this art integration or the IDPs, interdisciplinary projects, what is done by the student. That adds on as a subject enrichment. And the class observation is the continuous observation by the class and subject teachers, goes on as class observation. Apart from this, I've already told that we give the monthly academic progress view, which is given throughout all the months, and also the term end report will be given after each term. So after periodic 2, we'll be getting 1 report card, and after that final term, that is the periodic 4, test 4, you will be getting another report card. Now, this is for grade 1 to 4. Again, let me tell you, no formal examination, but when it comes to grade 5, in the next slide, for assessment of grade 5, of course, they will have term and report. So there are 2 academic terms when it comes to grade 5, that is term 1 and term 2. So each term and report will be prepared based on continuous assessment, which includes the periodic test, subject enrichment, and the classroom observation. But let me tell you, we do have the periodic test here as well as for grade 5, that is periodic test 1 and 2. That is 1 periodic test in each term. Followed with, we have a term examination, first term examination and second term examination, which is of 80 marks. And the rest of the 20 marks is shared between the classroom observation and subject enrichment. Again, if you ask me about the subject enrichment, it is the same IDP what they do, the interdisciplinary project with the help of teachers. So this is something I would also add, that interdisciplinary project, mainly we, apart from other schools, we do not burden the parents with the projects. We follow it could be art integration or interdisciplinary projects, that is IDP. It is integrated, it is done in the school curriculum, it is a part of the school curriculum. So what we do is, we teachers give a complete idea of this art integration projects and the interdisciplinary projects. So no burden to parents. Moving up next, when I spoke about assessment, so these are the complete curriculum activities or curriculum things or curriculum assessments what we offer. As I said at the beginning, we focus on the holistic development. If all these are curriculum, then we give equal importance to co-curricular activities also. This is where the students develop and know what they and where they belong to and what is going around us. So this plays a vital role in their life, the co-curricular activities. Mainly, if I have to divide this co-curricular activities, divided as such as clubs, morning assemblies, monthly celebrations. So in my next slide, to speak much more about these clubs happens weekly 2 periods. So club activities, these are all fun filled and allows your ward to learn new skills, explore and give them a chance to bring out their creative ideas. And clubs provide functional skills that will help to rediscover a new thing, new him. They will know what they are most likely to have it. They will know what they want to prepare. So joining these clubs will definitely give them an opportunity. It gives a diverse population of people that allow you to expand your thinking and interest. Here it is not that it is subjected to 4 walls of a classroom. The child moves out of the classroom, thinks out of the box and do something new. So we motivate students to do that. Definitely these clubs are, the outcomes of this is to encourage every person, every student to develop personally. So personal development, of course, through communication and exploring their interest in different areas. Now, if you say the clubs, these clubs, we do not just offer one club. There you can see the list of clubs what we have. You can please take a photo if you want. These are the wide range of clubs what we offer to the students. So as per the interest of the students, definitely the students can enroll themselves, like Little Chef, public speaking expression, sounds and beats, Western dance, Indian dance, recycling, creative hands, web and graphic designing, science club, math club, eco club, community service, which ma'am spoke about in the initial stage, photography, blogging, even right from grade 1, they know about blogging, and of course about the cross stitch. So the child is not subjected to one club where we offer, but we are offering so many clubs. The child can have interest. As per the interest, the child can choose the club. So this is about club activities. Up next, you will find few of the photographs of the club activities what students have done. You can see one was Disney Fantasy, Curious Minds, Little Chefs. So they act themselves as chef, cooking without fire, of course. So they do that. And these are few of the club activities. Up next, we have some more as morning assemblies, which are very important. We follow in the morning, where every student from a class get a chance to present the assembly. So it is very important part of a school that it helps in building the culture of communication of every student, and assemblies provide an opportunity to build a strong sense of community. It helps to reinforce of school's ethos, its values, its mission. So students in the assembly work on the vision and mission of the school. It also gives an opportunity to celebrate festivals, special days, and mark any important days like Qatar National Day, Sports Day, Republic Day, Indian Independence Day. So everything. So what we offer here in morning assemblies, what we make sure, you can see a few of the photos there of the assemblies. Even when it was online, we never stopped assemblies. Morning assemblies were continuous, and whenever possible, we just mark the important days. And these are some of the photographs of the morning assemblies. Yes, so moving up next with for morning assemblies, these are some of the homeschool partnership. Whenever we had a blended learning, you can see there how students are seated and how students mark the day with the personal hygiene. They learn. So few student parents have a curious to know that when students are sent to school, how would they know about the hygiene. Of course, you can see there about the hygiene, about the practice when students were not let to take out to the ground or not to leave the bubble group. This is how the learning was continuous. So we never stopped any physical development of the child. It was continuous through this format. So this is about the homeschool partnership, what we did during our online sessions and the blended learning. Up next, after this homeschool partnership, it's a monthly celebration. I already spoke about monthly celebrations, where what we do is mainly we focus and do it in this the morning assemblies. Apart from that, we do celebrate the World Environment Day, Heritage Week, Literary Week, and Hindi Pakwara, Spandan, Student Parent Workshop, STEM Week. So these are all the areas where students enroll themselves. It just make every student participate in everything in all these areas and explore new things. So about monthly celebrations, if I have to speak to begin with, in my next slide is a STEM week. What focuses here is we give importance to science, technology, engineering, and math, where every student did a fantastic projects based on one of the field. It could be either science, technology, or engineering, or math. They had a fun time making projects. So going up next are some of the photos of images of the STEM week what we had. Yes. So these are the few things you can see. It's a very in the previous slide, if you see where the student have invented a phone there. Yes, and these are some garbage eaters. Family day was celebrated. Yes. Along with the special days marking, we had done Gandhi Jayanti on the ages of Indian Embassy. We had done the celebration of Gandhi Jayanti on 2nd October. So this was active participation of all students. You can see, yes. So these are the few of the areas where we motivate students, promote students to do. And this is where the World Environment Day was celebrated in school. And we also worked on the plantation drive, where more than 1,000 saplings was brought by students. Now, our motto was to plant, but we urged with the motto of Qatar, where they said 1 billion tree by the year 2030. And we almost had 1,000 odd, 1,200 plus saplings were planted around the surroundings of our school, and it was all bought by the students. So this gives them an opportunity to know about more about the mother nature, more about the mother earth, the importance of having trees around us. So this is something where we motivate and promote students to engage themselves, enroll themselves in these areas. And also, apart from what happens in school, we definitely motivate students for inter-school competitions. So this was one of the competition, Hindi Pakwara, where Embassy of India and North Indian Association had conducted it. And very vigilantly, very happy to say that this event took place in our school. In the next photos, you can see there, Hindi Pakwara was taken. This is our auditorium where the school, where the students from almost all schools had come to our school, and this inter-school competition, Hindi Pakwara, was conducted in DPS Monarch International School, and there were so many winners from our school as well as from other schools. In my next slide, this is one of the competition we initiate and do it for other schools. So it's an inter-school competition, Spandan, to mark the Hindi Divas, from India, what we do. So this is inter-school competition, Spandan. Next. It's not just the students whom we promote for achieving something new or go an extra mile. It is even the staff we promote, and these are something where you can see that the staff has gained. Our own principal ma'am has won the best principal award, global principal award, myself, and followed with other staff also. In the next slide, you can see have won the global teacher awards. And this is Mr. Suren Thapa, who's activity coordinator, who won an award for Hindi Divas competition. So it's not just the students, even the staff get an opportunity in DPS Monarch International School to explore new things, to move out to a new world and explore themselves. Thank you. And up next, there was something what Principal Ma'am spoke about, parents being as partners. It's important that we join hands and then focus on the development of every child. We need every parent's support. Then we can say that we have succeeded in something. Without parents, it is not possible for a school alone to succeed in every individual student. So we also have this parent orientations, PTMs and PTA meetings. So we have association, parent teacher association, and where we invite parents who are community helpers, and definitely they come here and conduct a workshop. So this was a parent and child workshop on healthy teeth and gums. So we we initiate parents also to come up and have some workshops to our students, and followed with our parent teacher associations and meetings. So as I said, it's important that parents also join hands in our vision and mission. Then only we'll be able to achieve the school motto. Yes, so that's about the PTA meeting. So as I said, it's important that we work as a team. So what I can say here is together, everyone achieve more. That's the team. So together as a team, we will focus on the overall development of the child. So that's all about the curriculum overview from me. Thank you so much. Thank you, parents.
Thank you, sir, for the well-articulated and very informative session.
Thank you.
Moving on, it's time for the question and answer session. I request you to drop your questions or queries in the chat box. Parents, please, if you have any questions, you can write it in the chat box, and we will try to answer them all. The one question that we are getting, could you please elaborate on school timings? Will the new session will be online or offline or hybrid? Ma'am.
Yeah, okay. So talking about the school timings, for primary school, we have the school timings from 7:15 to 1:30. And regarding this online, hybrid or offline, I'm sorry, I won't be able to tell you anything because that depends on the situation. But if you see, as per the new circular, latest directives from MOE, we have already started the physical schooling for all the children. So if nothing goes wrong, and I think we'll continue with the physical classes. So then there are no online classes right now.
Ma'am, the next question is, does the school prepare children for Olympiad exams?
Not directly as a class we give that we are preparing you for Olympiad. But if you see children go for math, social studies, English, spell bee, these kind of Olympiad. So the kind of questions come in these Olympiads, it is already included or integrated in our curriculum. And apart from that, we do provide study material for children to prepare themselves for these a particular Olympiad. And teachers also, when they teach in the classes, let's say math, you must have heard about this concept recap digital assessment. That is the questions which are designed by teachers. It's almost like a question which is always asked in Olympiad. So slowly and gradually, we prepare children for these exams, which are benchmarking for us as well, not a particular class just before the Olympiad. So we have already integrated, and as I mentioned, we do provide study material as well so that children can prepare.
Okay. Ma'am, how will be the iPad use be monitored in school?
It would be during the class hours under the supervision of the teacher. So let's say there is an EVS teacher who wants to do some activity. So she would give the iPads to students, and then once the activity is over, she will take it back. So children are not in charge of keeping their iPads with them all the time. We do not want them to move around in the school with devices. So there is a special cupboard, which is an electronic cupboard where the iPads are stationed. It's a basically charging station with a locker facility, and the class teachers are responsible. So the key is always with the class teacher. Children are not allowed to take it out on their own. So whenever there is any activity, only teacher will take the iPads out and distribute to children and take it back from them.
Are we restricted to choose just one club, or can a kid opt for more?
Right now only one club activity, because children won't be able to focus on many activities. But again, we know at this stage, children are exploring new things, and they might get bored if they do one activity throughout the year. So every term you can change. Suppose one term is for 6 months, you opted for a little chef club. And after that, you want your child to focus on public speaking. So second term, you can go for that. So this is possible. And for grade 1 and 2, it's not only one activity. They always do more than 8 to 10 clubs, because we want them to explore each and everything, so that by the time they are in grade 3, they know their real interest. So grade 1 and 2 children will get exposure in all the club activities. So it is organized on monthly basis. So this month, if it is public speaking, next month it would be art and craft, another month it would be little chefs, and after that it would be an eco club. So they will keep on getting opportunity to explore different clubs. From grade 3 onwards, it is term wise.
Ma'am, please advise when the admission process will start. Is it from March 1st week?
We are already, admissions are open, and parents are coming, and we are done with admission process with more than 400 students so far for the next academic year. And whenever you want to go ahead with the admission, we are here. So even if you want to come tomorrow, you can come, because admissions are on. And let me tell you, due to limited seats, we request parents to proceed a little bit faster, because it's a long procedure. You have to register your child, then entrance test, then confirmation, the payment of fee, collection of books, uniform. And from 3rd April, we are going to start a new academic session. So admissions are going on. You can come whenever you have time between 8 to 4 p.m. Sunday to Thursday.
Yes. Ma'am, some parents are asking, is it the second campus of DPS Doha?
Yes, we are the sister concern of DPS MIS. It's run by same management.
Correct. Will the iPads be provided by the school?
See, initially we did that. We were providing iPads to students, and parents were buying from a school. But then I'm talking very honestly and be very, very upfront in this. Some parents do want to buy from outside due to certain preferences. They want to go to a certain place and want to buy iPad, but the school will give you the prescription like what kind of iPad you must buy. So if you are getting that iPad at a very lower rate or a cheaper rate, it's your choice. You can go to any store and you can buy. And then it depends on the way you want to pay. Maybe you want to pay in installments, you want to go for one-time purchase. So just to make it more convenient and the parents should not feel a financial burden, we have given this liberty to parents to buy it on their own, but the specification would be given by the school so that we can maintain the uniformity in the school. And apart from buying, the rest of the things would be taken care by school. Like if there is any upgradation, we have to do internet facility, charging stations, everything school will do then.
Okay.
And once your child leaves the school, the iPad would be returned to you.
Mentioned about two
And
periodic.
sorry, 1 second.
Sorry,
And
sorry.
in case in between, if we go back to online mode of education, then also we will give the iPads back to children so that they can attend online classes. Otherwise, the iPads would be stationed in the school premises.
Mentioned about two periodic assessments. In which months do they occur?
Okay, Mr. Sujit, can you tell which
Yeah,
particular
sure.
month?
Yes. So the first periodic test would be happening in the month of May. The next periodic test would be happening in the month of September.
Yes.
The third periodic test, which is from the term 2, will be happening in the month of, will be scheduled in the month of December, November, December. And the last one would be happening or scheduled in the month of February, March.
Yes.
So these are the periodic test assessments.
There is one query. I am a parent of grade 1 child. Is it mandatory for grade 1 children to have an iPad?
Yes.
Is the frequency, what is the frequency that has been used in the class to understand the screen time, basically?
Okay, so it depends on the what kind of lesson teachers have prepared. And like, let's talk about concept recap, which is a digital assessment, which happens whenever teacher is finishing a particular topic. So they want to give a concept recap to children so that they know whether children have understood the topic or not. And plus, if your child is lacking in some of the concept, those concepts can be retaught. So iPad would be used very regularly, but again, the teacher will decide, not the students. And about talking about screen time, because it is a monitored activity, let's say 10 MCQs teacher has prepared for concept recap. It's like a formative or diagnostic assessment. It takes hardly 15 minutes. So children would be given iPad for 15 minutes. Once the assessment is done, teacher will take the iPad back. Or maybe a child has to do some research work. Maybe child has to watch a video, any audio, video, visual activity child has to do in language periods. Then those teachers will do the activity, and it's time bound activity. It's not that the first thing in morning we hand over the iPads to children and at the time of going back we collect. No, it depends on the which particular subject teacher is going and what that teacher has planned out. So we also know that too much screen time is not good for the student. So we have to make a sort of balance, and that is why apart from concept recap, which is done as a digital assessment, there are certain activities which teachers are designing. And the best thing is we do share the e-learning plan with parents. Like whatever teachers are preparing as a lesson plan for teaching purpose, the modified version of the same plan is always shared with parents so that they can also see whenever there's any activities done using iPad. So you will get a complete idea, and which is uploaded on our school portal on a weekly basis. I think we are the only school, those who share lesson plans with parents.
Yes. Learning.
Can we change the second language in grade 2?
It depends, like
Yes.
sometimes children want to explore a different language, maybe sometimes they're not able to cope up, but for that, because it is initial stage, we can consider, but it depends on case to case. Suppose your mother tongue is Kannada, but your child has taken French, now you want to go for Kannada. So because it's your mother tongue, you can support your child at home. So based on the child's language competency, we may allow. But then all depends on the situation, case to case basis, and we will test child's language competency, and based on that, we will decide whether the child would be able to cope up with the new language or not. Because usually in the foundation years, we must give this opportunity to children to explore. If the child is, let's say, in grade 7 and 8, then it's too late to change because they have to appear for board examination.
Absolutely.
So, but in grade 1 and 2, we are little flexible. But again, I would say based on the language competency.
When is the next academic year starting?
From 3rd of April, we are going to start
Okay.
next academic year.
Okay. Is it compulsory for the students to leave the iPad at school?
Yes, because we do not want parents to take the burden. And again, if you are unable to monitor your child, you are unable to limit the screen time, then it becomes very difficult. And for young children to bring iPad to school every day, they might damage also. So it's better to keep it in a school under the supervision of teachers when the activities are designed particularly for some reasons, so that we can enhance the teaching and learning in the school. So what is the point of giving iPad back for home, where again you have to monitor and supervise the child? And as such, we do not give any homework up to grade 2 for children where they would be requiring these devices at home. So most of the things are done in the school. As per CBSE norms, children do not get homework up to grade 2, except if there's any pending work, or maybe child was absent, so you want to catch up with the things which child has missed out. So it's not required. Not only the iPad, we do not prefer the books to go home every day. That's why we give a proper locker facility to students so that they can keep the books inside the locker, and every day they don't need to carry very heavy bag. But in case as a parent you want to see their notebooks, you can ask your children to bring it back to home one of the days, maybe twice in a month, once in a month, or once in a week, as you wish.
Ma'am, what is the ratio of digital learning, that is using iPad, and a book learning on a daily basis?
I cannot tell you any numeric figure because teaching and learning is a qualitative area. So I can't tell you anything in terms of number. But then again, I told you, when we prepare a schedule of concept recap, our teachers are aware that not all the teachers will keep concept recap on the same day. So throughout the day, child is using iPad. No, we try to make a schedule where we make sure, okay, not more than 2 to 3 subjects are assigned. Same thing goes for activities, because whenever teachers make the lesson plan, the coordinators are checking those lesson plans. So whenever we see there is an overuse of iPad, or if it is not a balanced lesson plan where we are not able to make sure how many subjects children would be using iPads and what would be the frequency, we do intervene in that. So you don't need to worry about these things, and we do take care of everything at school.
Correct. Can students enroll in sports activity within school hours or after school hours?
Yes,
after
we do
school
have
hours,
a sports program. Yeah.
Okay.
So let me tell you, as a part of curriculum, we do have physical education periods, 2 periods for every child, which is a compulsory component. Apart from that, if your child would like to enroll for any other sports due to the interest, then we do have a sports academy which we run after school. So from last 1.5 years, we are not running because of COVID. But if the situation is normal, then definitely from after Ramadan, we will go back to the same. We will start our sports academy where the specialized coaches will be giving the training to students for different sports. So except swimming, we have introduced all the sports.
And ma'am, do we provide the transport facility for the same?
Yes, we do. So you have to get your child enrolled for the transport, and you can check in our website for which areas we do provide transport, because there are 2-3 areas in Doha where we are unable to provide transport because we do not have enough number of students from those areas. So that was Al-Khor, but recently we have started for Al-Khor also. So there are 2-3 places. Apart from that, we do provide transport facility for every area. And in fact, if there is a group of parents who is coming from a particular location and we do not provide the bus service, if you approach us and we feel there's enough number like 15, 20, we can always start the transport service from that area.
Are there any extra classes post school timings?
Yes, we do have, and we call them support classes. but that would be based on additional fee, which is a 300 riyals per month, and we will give extra support to children. But then apart from this, this is called basically remedial classes. But apart from that, we do have a provision of enrichment period, which is designed inside the school timing, so that if children are weak in any subject area, teachers are able to give them extra attention. So those support classes are very different from remedial. Remedial is where one-to-one attention is given. Maybe the child has a special need, or maybe due to some reason, child was unable to attend the school for 2 months due to illness or any family emergency. Just to cope up and catch up, children can be enrolled for remedial classes after school.
Can we change second language Hindi to Kannada in grade 2?
Yes, as I have already explained, based on the competency, we can do that.
Few have asked for the syllabus for grade 1, 2 and 3. So let me tell you, for the entrance exam, syllabus for the entrance exam is already there in the school website. So if you go there, you will find all the details about the syllabus, all right from grade 1, KG1 till grade 11.
Yeah. And one more thing I would like to add here. Once you register your child, admission counselor will send you an email with the link. So you open the link and you will see the syllabus.
Yes.
For all the classes.
And a few have asked saying that they have this completed the admission process, I mean to say the registration process. What next? So as ma'am suggested in the beginning, yes ma'am, you can say.
Yeah, actually after this presentation tomorrow, you will receive a letter from admission department to proceed further. So the next step is you have to pay first term fee, and we will share the uniform and books distribution schedule dates with you, so that you know on which particular dates you have to come to collect the uniform and books. Because now we have started in group wise. So first we started as in the same, like first we started with secondary, then KG, then primary. So tomorrow all the parents will get the letter, those who have paid the seat reservation fee, those who have completed the admission process. So tomorrow you will receive the detailed information about fee payment and book distribution.
Ma'am, we have specified that the assessments will be done digital. So how far is writing been focused?
Only, let me tell you, for parents' information, there are 3 types of assessment: diagnostic, formative, and summative. So when we talk about diagnostic assessment, the purpose of taking this assessment is to know the current level of the child. Suppose today child studied about addition in grade 1. So teacher needs to know whether child has understood the topic or not, or what is the level of child, how much child has understood. That's why we do the concept recap. Why we have digitalized this? To make the process little fast. You imagine every day 3 teachers are taking assessment and they have to mark, then they have to share the marks with parents. It's a very time-taking process. But when they do it on iPad, it gets automatically corrected with pre-fed answers. And the marks are also shared with parents immediately, so that you can also come to know today your child has done assessment for EVS and English, how much child has scored. And these marks are not part of our term end report, because we do not penalize children, because that is a part of learning. It is learning of assessment, learning for assessment, right? To enhance their learning, we do these assessment. Then we come to formative assessment like IDP, interdisciplinary project, where we talk about research project, collaboration skills, teamwork, learning beyond the topic, where they can connect the topic with the real life situation. Then we come to summative assessment, that is unit test. Because once the child is failed in unit test, we will not repeat it. So that is called assessment of learning, where we want to check the mastery of the concept taught. So we do not want to give summative assessment at the beginning. We want to give child many chances to improve in certain areas, so that we make sure the child is prepared for the summative assessment. So summative assessments are always in form of pen and paper, where children have to write on the paper. Formative assessments, combination of both, writing, typing, research, pasting. There are a lot of life skills and areas are included. But diagnostic assessment is purely digital, because we want to save time. Here, the idea is not to focus on writing skill. Here, the idea is to get to know as a parent or as a teacher whether the child is able to understand the concept or not, so that teacher can reteach. That's the whole idea. So in order to understand the frequency of digital assessment, you have to understand what type of assessment is this. Suppose as a part of project work, we have told children to go and interview the neighbors for some work. So maybe it doesn't involve too much of writing. Maybe they have gone with a questionnaire where multiple choice questions are there. So those people are ticking the answers. Child is not writing anything, but look at the communication skill of the child, where the child is able to communicate to that person that it's a part of my school study and that's why I'm approaching you to get this particular information. And then whatever findings they collect, they present in the class. So writing skill is a different skill altogether. So for that, daily classwork is given, children do take notes, and a lot of writing work is given to children. Plus the summative assessment is always done in a form of writing. So you don't need to worry, we focus on all the skills equally because each and every skill is important. And we know in grade 10, children have to appear for CBSE exam, which is a pen and paper test, right? So we do give a lot of focus on writing skills as well.
Okay. The regular assessments are less relatively compared to other CBSE schools.
Pardon? Sorry, can you repeat?
Assignments, the regular assignments are less relatively compared to other CBSE schools.
Yeah, definitely. It's 100%. We are giving more assignments, more assessment to children as compared to other schools, because we believe that we don't take assessment as a area where we are penalizing the child. We want to take assessment as a part of learning. Like I just told you about concept recap. It is so assessment, don't take it as a taboo word, like if assessment it's an exam. No, all assessments are not examination. Yes, of course, your child would appear for unit test, that is an exam. That happens only 2-3 times, not the whole every day. But of course, the assessment, like I say, project work is also an assessment, but it has a different aspect altogether. Project-based learning is very different from day-to-day learning, which children learn in the class just by listening to the teacher or just by taking the notes. The project-based learning has a different learning objective and learning outcome, which is also very important. So again, it's an assessment. So we have made assessment as a part of our learning, not as a part of our report card. So that you have to understand. Your child would be appearing for more than 20 tests in a month. You call it test, we call it assessment. Why? We are assessing the capability of the child. That's the real meaning of assessment. We are not focusing on examination skill or drilling of the examination at this early age. Only assessment is given to children to find out where do they stand, so that we can cater to their particular individual needs. That's it. That's the entire purpose of assessment. So you don't have to worry, you don't have to take assessment as a negative word. It's not an examination, right? And talking about 4 unit tests, which we take, we call it periodic tests. See, in other schools, they do only 2 times in a year. So if one time your child has not performed well, second time, only 2 chances are given. And they give a lot of syllabus in bulk in 2 tests. We have bifurcated into 4 parts. So we give little chunk of syllabus so that they get many more opportunities to improve, right? Suppose if I say I'm giving you 6 units for this term and I will take 1 test, and I would say I will take 2 tests, and for each test I'll give you 3 units. So definitely by bifurcating into 2 times that assessment, by giving 3 units each assessment, you are giving more chances to children to improve their learning. You're not penalizing them just by sitting in one exam. If child is failed, it's gone. We do not have that concept. Our concept of assessment is very, very different from other schools. We want to focus on assessment for learning, not assessment of learning, right? That is why if you see our report card, I don't have right now, otherwise I could have shared. We do not mention score in our report card anywhere. We do have certain parameters. On that we evaluate the child so that children get different areas them to assess. If child is not good in writing, child has a project work. Maybe child is good in that. If child is not good in listening, maybe he's good in speaking. So child is getting different areas. If you have heard about Gardner's theory of multiple intelligence, So we want to give chance to each and every child. That's why I always focus, we are child-centric school, where we know each child is unique and every child has a different capability. So I cannot compare apple with oranges because both are equally important, right? So that is the objective of our assessment in school, and definitely we give more assessment and assignment, but not as an exam. This is part of learning, that's it. And we do not mention these marks in the report card for any child. It's all internal. I hope you have got a clear answer, and if you want more detail, you're most welcome to come and discuss with us, because as a parent, you really need to understand the philosophy of our school so that you can take informed decision. And once your child is admitted with us, we will do proper orientation for IDP, for assessment, for different areas which we have incorporated in our curriculum.
Ma'am, the IT courses mentioned, will it be charged differently, or are they included in the fee structure?
Nothing has been charged separately. You pay school fee, whatever value added initiative we offer, everything is included in that fee.
Are there temperature checks at the entrance?
What?
Temperature checks for the
COVID protocols, they are asking whether
Yeah.
there are temperature checks and
No. As
teachers
per
are
MOPS, now we do not check temperature of children because those machines are not good. Those radiations are not good for children. That was a time when we had to do due to medical emergency, but not anymore. And now the Qatar has already started vaccination from age group 5 to 12. So in our school today, we ask parents to upload the vaccination certificate. I think more than 60% have 60% parents have uploaded, because they are getting their children vaccinated. And those who are not vaccinated, they are doing antigen test whenever they send children to school. So we are taking all the precaution, but not this, because from MOPH it is strictly told us not to check the temperature. But then we are checking, we are doing all these things for adults, not for children.
Ma'am, they want to know the holiday structure for the coming year, the winter break or the summer.
Being a very special year, because FIFA sports would be organized. So this year will look little different, more holidays, I would say, but then it won't impact the teaching and learning, because we have designed our academic calendar in such a way where we make sure that children do get 182 days of teaching and learning in the school. So first, the moment we will start in Ramadan time. So school timings would be shortened. It would be different from regular timings for 1 month. And after Ramadan, we'll go back to normal school timing, 7:15 to 1:30. And there would be around 1 week Ramadan Eid holidays, followed by 1.5 month holidays for summer, which would be from 1st July till 14th of August. Then winter break would start from 20th November to 1st January. Because of FIFA, we are extending. So these are the 3 major holidays children would be getting. Apart from that, we have cancelled all the one day holiday because we want to cover up the syllabus. So except Diwali holiday, there won't be any other holidays. So 1 week Eid break, 1.5 month summer break, 4 weeks winter break, 4 to 5 weeks, and 1 Diwali holiday. That's it.
Ma'am, is it necessary to be in Qatar to get confirmed admission, as presently child is studying in India and applied for visa?
If you have applied for visa and if you have received the letter, the invitation letter that now you can enter Qatar, then we can proceed from India as well. We can give online test to your child.
Okay. My child is new to school after the COVID situation. Will there be any consideration while dealing with such kids who are completely new to the school?
Yes, definitely. And we know children who enrolled in KG1 now, they would be in grade 1 and they're coming to school for the first time. So, I mean, it's a very, very sad, scenario for such children. Definitely, our teachers are emotionally connected with children to motivate them and to make sure that they feel comfortable in the school. So what we have planned for the first week of this school, we might have different timings for different classes, like for KG1, KG2, we might leave them little early in the first week. For grade 1 also we can do, they might leave with kindergarten because they're very new and they're not used to of such long hours in the school. So 1 week is completely student orientation week where we make them feel comfortable at home, and once we feel they're settled down, then we start with the teaching and learning process. So you don't need to worry about it. We would give them proper settlement time in the school.
Are the assignments done using regular school books, notebooks, that means?
It depends the nature of the assessment I told. So suppose in math, teacher has given the activity, you have to find out in your apartment what is the population. Child cannot refer to the book, but then if child knows the concept of addition and subtraction, then child knows how to apply the addition and subtraction in real life scenario to calculate the population of my apartment. So they don't need to directly refer to the book, but definitely the concept has to be understood by child in order to get this information. So that is what I'm telling you, bookish knowledge is not important. Whatever concept you are learning in the class, how do you connect that topic with your real life situation? That's more important.
Do clubs happen after school hours?
No, it's a part of the school timetable. We do not ask children to stay back for club activities. We have assigned first period, which is little bit longer than other periods. And in that period, they do club activities and it is called enrichment period.
From which grade Cisco will start?
From which grade?
Cisco.
From grade 1 till grade 11.
Child is in India. Can he join little late for physical classes?
Yes, if the child has got the invitation letter from Qatar Immigration to proceed further with QID, then we can allow child to join the classes little bit late, considering the time which the parent has to, give to get the visa and all. That is okay. We can consider that, but not 1 or 2 months. Few days relaxation can be given in that case.
In lieu with that, ma'am, if you are asking about the admission, same thing, about the delay in admission.
Yeah, because I know in India, some schools are conducting exam little later. That is okay. So you confirm the admission here, and once your child is in Qatar, you inform us, and then you start the schooling with us.
So TP can be provided later with the provisional marks card, and
yes,
they can do the admission.
Yes, definitely. So we do give provisional admission to such a students.
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, one question is there, that are all the teachers been vaccinated?
Yes, not teachers, the entire staff, 100%. And I have got my 3rd dose in the month of October itself, last year. So our teachers are very proactive as Qatar government. So all the employees, those who are dealing with public, like we teachers dealing with the students, parents. So we got the priority to get vaccinated. So we have 100% vaccinated staff, including drivers, conductors, admin staff, support staff, cleaners, teachers. Everybody is vaccinated.
Any recognition or rewards for outstanding performances are being given?
To the school? Yes, definitely. Our children are participating in many events and they have got a lot of laurels to school. And now our first batch would be appearing for grade 10 examination. First term, they have already appeared for board examination and we are expecting a very, very good results. So that itself would be, example that how our students are doing academically. Apart from that, recently, when we enrolled our children for NOF, now these rankings are given for the entire Gulf. 8 students got gold medal from our primary section. So like this, every year, a lot of medals are coming. And if you can see this rack behind my chair, all these trophies are won by our children. So we are just, let's say, we started our school in the COVID period. So whatever we can do through online, we did. But now we are going back to normal. So I'm 100% sure children will get more opportunities to participate in such events.
Thank you, ma'am. I think a lot of the queries are being answered. The parents are thanking you for giving them a clear answer for each and every question that we have. So on behalf of the Monarch family, it gives me immense pleasure to thank our dear parents, guests, and well-wishers who have attended this orientation session and have always supported us in vibrant colors to reach our boundaries beyond the sky. Dear parents, it is your dream that makes us all walk the miles of difficult steps in a positive manner to reach our destinations and peak, covering all the hardships. Thank you all once again. I would like to extend my sincere gratitude to the management, principal ma'am, headmaster sir, the coordinators of the kindergarten and primary team and the IT department for their continuous support and guidance.
Okay,
Team
Amrita, one
Monarch-
second.
Yeah, sure.
There is
ma'am.
a very important question one parent has asked, sorry to intervene in between. It
Okay.
says Islamic studies, will it cover learning Arabic, reading, writing? No. Islamic studies we teach in English. The medium of instruction is in English because we do have Muslim children from 16 different nationalities. But we do offer Arabic as a second and third language. So reading Arabic, the language skill as an Arabic would be covered in the Arabic as a language, not in the Islamic studies. Right? It's a different area. And one has asked what would be the bus timing from Ezdan or Citizen Village. So it depends, on which particular apartment you are coming from. And you can always contact our transport supervisor whenever you visit a school. He will exactly give you the route, bus number, everything with the timings, pickup timings, drop timings.
Okay, ma'am. So we Monarchians are looking forward to an exciting and fun-filled year with our students to continue our journey of teaching and learning together. Thank you for your time today. Have a great evening, and we look forward to see you soon. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. And at the end, I would like to say that whether you choose DPS Monarch for your child or not, doesn't matter. We wish all the children here, those who are presented, those who were listening to us so patiently, I wish them very, very all the best. Whatever school you go, you enjoy your school life, because this is the best time of your life. I still remember my school days. Those are wonderful days, golden days of any human being. And I really look forward to welcoming each one of you to study in our school, and together we make sure that we'll have a good time so that throughout your life you remember your school days. Thank you so much and have a great evening.
Thank you. Thank you, parents. Thank you for joining us. We may end the
Thank
meeting.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.